So you want to get your property onto Airbnb's play category? I'm going to go through 10 ways that we can get your property onto Airbnb's play category. We're going to look at some listings. I'm going to show you guys what works well and what doesn't work in a short-term rental. And we're going to focus on those fun, exciting amenities that you can put in your property today to help you get onto Airbnb's play category. Now, there's going to be some benefits to having your property in the categories. We all know the benefits to being a super host, to being a guest favorite, but Airbnb, particularly over the last few years, is very much pushing properties that have that fun wow factor. They've launched experiences. I don't know how that's going for them, but their bread and butter is homes for families that have great amenities and experiences. And when you look at their website, all of their marketing is really tailored around that. Even the newest commercials that they just put out, which were actually really good, basically just talked about not going to a hotel because you don't want to share that space with strangers, not even going to a resort because if you're traveling with your family, you want private amenities and private pools and fun things to do that you don't have to share with strangers. They're really focusing and doubling down on that with their marketing. I think that maximizing your property will really benefit you with the Airbnb algorithm. And so let's dive right into what are those 10 things that I think you can do to help maximize your property and get you into that Airbnb play category. And so the first one, starting with the outside, is a pickleball court. Love pickleball courts. Can't talk enough about them. I did a whole video on just pickleball courts alone. They are an expensive amenity. They're not cheap. They require a lot of space. But if you have the space and if you have the budget for it, a pickleball court can be one of the highest ROI driving amenity. And when I look at the Airbnb's play category, the first 6 or 7 homes right off the top all have pickleball courts in it. Number 2 is a mini golf putt-putt course. We've done some really cool mini golf courses. We pride ourselves on making them look and feel like a mini golf experience, not just like a putting green at a driving range, right? That's just a big piece of grass with some holes in it. We want fun shapes. We want turns and corners that make it feel like you're at a mini golf experience. Mini golf's number 2. Number 3 on the outside is a basketball court. A lot of times people pair them, basketball, pickleball court together because you've got one concrete pad, you draw the lines for both sports, and then you install the basketball court and the pickleball net. You can kind of do those as a 1-2 combo. And then for me, my X factor in the backyard is outdoor bowling. I feel like the outdoor bowling is something that not many people are doing. It's really fun. It photographs really well. Doesn't take up a lot of space. It's something you can put on the side of your house in between the fence and the yard, and it's relatively inexpensive compared to basketball, pickleball, and mini golf. So amenity number 5 for your outside space has to be a kid's playground place. They're inexpensive. They do take some time to set up. They don't take up a lot of space, but it's a great amenity for folks that are traveling with kids. And then when you're looking on Airbnb, a lot of those properties in the play category have outside kids playgrounds. I'm going to dive into the next 5 on the inside of the property, with the first one being a pool table. Pool tables are a great inside amenity. They can go pretty much anywhere, in a garage, in an additional dining room that you don't need, maybe even just in your living room. If you've got a large living room space, pool tables are one of my favorite amenities, and they have a huge return on ROI. They're not that expensive. They do take some maintenance and some upkeep, but I would consider putting a pool table in your short-term rental. Number 7 is going to be my personal favorite, arcade games. I'm a millennial. I love arcade games. They're super fun. They're nostalgic. They're inexpensive. They can take up that awkward, unused corner in a room. You can pair them 2 or 3 of them at a time and really create a cool, fun experience for people. So get you some arcade games. They're all over the Airbnb play category as well. So most of those houses have arcade games. I would also consider number 8 to be a movie theater room. I would think about doing a themed movie theater room, something that's unique and different, whether it's like a Western themed movie theater room at a cabin in Tennessee, or a Star Wars themed movie theater room at a property in Orlando. Just try to make your movie theater room go all out and have a theme to it. That's what Airbnb is looking for in that category, and those seem to be the properties that they highlight. Number 9 is going to be another additional inside game. You can really decide what you want to do with that, whether it is a foosball table, a ping pong table, some type of additional game table that you can play inside and that can take up minimal space. That's what I would consider putting in my property as number 9. And then last, certainly not least, is our built-in custom bunk beds. Bunk beds are one of the coolest things you can have in your property. If they're poorly done, like these ones, no one's gonna like it. They're unsafe, they're not cool. You're just trying to squeeze extra people into a room. What you need to do is custom bunk beds like what we do here with a slide. It's really a whole experience. Photographs really well. Kids see it and they go crazy for it. And so that's my top 10 amenities if you want to get your property into Airbnb's fun category.